Very
Alrighty,
good.
friends, welcome back to the next matchup of the Olympus Valorant 3v3 tournament. This time around, we've got Team Knick Knack Paddy versus Team Alchemists. On Knick Knack
Choose your
Paddywhack,
agent.
We've got Colin on Sage, Nemo on Jet, and Ares on Viper. And as for the Alchemists, it looks like we've got Coffee on Killjoy, Salted on Sage, and Jacory locking in on Phoenix.
Once again, a lot of Sage that we're seeing. I think every match, at least on one team. Here we got a Sage on both teams.
I think Sage definitely becomes a key agent. The revive is so much more useful in a 3v3 than it is in a 5v5 because every single death matters.
True, although it's harder to find a target for it because there are fewer people. But
That is true. But
definitely
even
high
then, the
impact.
healing is also incredibly helpful.
Very true. And I think you mentioned at one point maybe the most underutilized agent for 3v3 is Killjoy. I feel like Killjoy is probably the best agent.
Oh,
As proof.
absolutely. Getting that extra little chip damage from her turret and her swarms. I think it goes the same with Raze. Raze's Boombot. Alright, looks like we're gonna see Colin peek out from Hookah, find Jacory and Coffee waiting for him. He's gonna back off and put up a wall.
Looks like the Alchemists are gonna wrap around from the hookah mid area to B long and try to push B from there.
Little do they know Nemo is waiting for them. Well, Jacory able to sneak right past, hops into teleporter. That's all three of them in teleporter now rushing onto A, where Ares is gonna be waiting for them.
Toxin screen down.
There's on the Viper using some of that utility to slow them down, and it works. They're pushed away from showers.
Jacory has now snuck up from all different fronts. He's gone from hookah to B long, through showers into a short. And now he's gonna curve around the side, find himself right next to Colin. Both of them trade a little bit of chip damage there, but the Sage heals come in kind of clutch.
30 seconds left.
Salted
Both
is gonna wall that off. And now it looks like they're gonna be pushing B, which is now left undefended as Colin has kind of dipped into long.
Yeah, the Alchemists kind of just like got sight to be open for them by just running around and
10 seconds left.
have the defenders on skates.
Salted's gotta stick this plant. And he does. Gets the plant down.
Coffee with mixed priorities, doesn't know what to do. He's looking at the enemies and the swarm grenade.
Nemo with his back turned to Salted. Ares enough engagement.
Amazing.
Before he takes him out.
I am honored.
And the first round of this matchup goes to the Alchemists. The double sentinel. Kind of clean.
I think it was Knick Knack Paddy that got to choose the side, and they chose to be on defense, which I think could potentially have been the game losing decision. As 3v3 attack, I think has proven itself to be pretty dominant thus far in the tournament.
That's actually a lie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jacory gets the instant pick on Colin as Colin peeks out of hookah. Nemo
First
is gonna
round
be
defense.
marshalling. We all know how that goes. Coffee's put up a turret that I don't think can see. I think the turret's
And then he recalls it as soon as the wall goes down.
Once again, it looks like the Alchemists are gonna just immediately rotate. And Knick Knack Paddy is gonna fall
Spike
for it.
planted.
Coffee finds us kind of busted Killjoy Molly spot. I don't think he was aiming for, but it's like nestled in truck. Actually, that's kind of cool. I'll have to check that out after the game.
Coffee's
Not
turret.
enough fuel. Toxin screen down.
If anything's on the side of Knick Knack Paddy, it's Nemo with the
Ares
Marshall.
Take out the other
Last player standing. Flawless.
He did.
It was destructible.
Looks like the second round is also gonna go to the Alchemists. Knick Knack Paddywhack. Gonna have to change up these rotates. They've seen
Yeah,
a little
both.
bit about how the Alchemists have been playing this with their quick bait and then rotates. Let's see if maybe they'll just lock a site down.
It's like Colin goes for the orb B long with the wall. Now that's gonna slow down the attackers if they want to go long, and he's closer to his revive.
Oh, looks like they are gonna be trying to push up a little bit long so they see the wall. Back up.
Colin's got kind of an iron grip on B. He's holding hookah. He's got the wall long, and then the his two teammates are over on A. So hopefully they're not going to make the same mistake that they made the past two rounds of rotating too quickly and leaving a site open.
Alchemists pushing this very, very slowly so as not to make a single sound. Are they trying to wait out the wall?
They have successfully waited out the wall, if that was their intention.
And now Salted! They spent all this time being quiet. Salted
Recalling
makes a
my bot.
storm of noise. Looks like
They're
Ares
gonna
and
have to-
Nemo are going to
30
be
seconds left.
rotating. Are going to be coming over. At this point, it does not look like there's going to be enough time for the Alchemists to do a full rotate unless they go through teleporter.
Battle for B site. They don't know Colin was under hookah. He might get some kills here.
Jacory with the spike.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
Target down.
Corey takes out Colin, but Colin gets a 2K. Goes for the plant, and Nemo denies it.
That's a round for Knick Knack Paddywhack.
Keeping one site locked down seemed to have worked for them.
Yeah, I mean, although to be fair, the Alchemists never really faked. They just like only went B, but
They faked
So maybe we'll-
okay.
true. They didn't show up anywhere for a little while.
I'll take everything from them.
Alright. Alright, looks like this time around it's gonna be an A push. The slow B did not work out for them. Although surprisingly, neither Nemo nor Ares were watching short just then.
Poison orb emitting.
Be faster.
Nemo gets the pick on Jacory. The
And
trade
Jacory
was
just-
berries, actually.
Pushed right through the Viper utility.
Nemo
Now
does
Nemo's
a
holding
little
down
bit of damage
sight.
to Salted. Salted goes for the heal.
One enemy remaining.
Colin gets the pick on Talking to himself. It's just left to Salted now. Both agents of Knick Knack Paddywhack plus half their health. Salted's gonna go for the rotate. I couldn't remember the word. We see the res pop out. Like I said, Siege just becomes an incredible agent in these moments.
If Salted makes it into CT and gets the pick on Nemo, this is a very winnable round.
Does not look like that one is gonna be happening. Nemo's gonna get the instant pick.
Giving the ult point for Nemo, strangely.
This game is tied back up.
Worst ult on the team, and they...
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
for him.
Nemo. All Nemo needs is a Marshall and his ult. And
I
need
guess
him to destroy some rounds. Though it
I feel
doesn't,
like all he needs is a Marshall, really.
he is not going to be buying full util this round.
Yeah,
Neither
Nemo feels like
Colin nor Ares are going to be buying a full gun.
This is our home. Keep them out.
they're bonusing. Except I guess they won the round, so they are bonusing. They've been bonusing since round 3.
Here.
Looks like this is going to be the first time we see a little bit of a split push with both Coffee and Salted pushing into showers and Jacory holding back a little bit. Oh, never mind. He's going to ult in from A short. Ares is going to get the
Spike
pick on
down
Salted. Coffee's going to get that refrag.
Going up.
Spike planted.
2v2.
Coffee gets the bomb down, gets Killjoy utility up. It's as if it was a 3v2 in favor of the post planters. But are they going to be able to deal with Colin coming up behind?
One enemy remaining.
Jacory, not even bothered by it.
Now it's all up to Nemo. A nice dash away takes no damage from Coffee, but I don't think he's going to be able to defuse.
One enemy remaining.
Gets the pick. Oh, just barely sees Jacory. But it looks like he's gonna just be saving his gun for this round.
Jacory does not get to save his gun. So, eco win for Knick Knack Paddy, round loss.
What kind of knife does Jacory have? It's kind of cool. Is that the Elder Flame?
Yeah.
Oh, that works perfectly with Phoenix.
True. Very true.
Alright, looks like this time around the Alchemist is going to be trying to push B again. Solo held by Colin. Colin's got the insane wall and hookah. Jacory gonna use both of his blinds in the hookah just to find out that it's been wall
Careful
off.
now.
Really strange gun purchases on the part of the Alchemists. Like, you have Salted with the Vandal and light shields, and the other two who could have afforded Vandals and heavy shields, Spectres and light shields. Doesn't really make sense to me.
Looks like we're gonna be seeing
Toxin
another
screen
rotate
down.
come out from the Alchemist. This time, Ares is still gonna be holding them.
Toxins going up.
Oh, he knows where they're coming
Poison
from.
orb emitting.
Jacory pushes straight
Toxin
through
screen
Ares'
down.
molly. Looks like this is
You're
going
gonna-
to be a rotate moment once again for the Alchemist.
30 seconds
But it
left.
seems like Knick Knack Paddy has learned. Colin has stayed on site.
Last player standing.
Oh, Jacory with a devastating lurk kills, 2 of them. Colin whiffs some shots and finally gets the kill but gets traded, and he's the last one remaining, so. Bad news for Knick Knack Paddy.
I wonder how Knick Knack Paddy would be able to do if they were able to bring this into the second half.
Yeah, I wonder how they'd be.
More defense based, especially compared to Oh my god, I'm blinking. The Alchemist defense base. Oh, Jacory gets the pick on Nemo.
One enemy
Ares
remaining.
kills Coffee,
No
but Jacory
charges
gets the refrag.
No charges left.
Salted, we're finally gonna see the revive pop out from him.
He's
Maybe.
struggling to find his X key. He's looking all over his keyboard for it.
No, he just wanted to run.
It's just a strange wall, considering Colin was definitely not going to be there, and he's not reviving.
Ooh, Colin hears him now.
enemy remaining.
Gets the pick. That's
Spike
spike
down
down.
A.
I don't know if he should be taking this engagement, but it looks like he's just going to be hiding in the corner.
Well, Colin has the spike. Doesn't need to worry about it.
I think Jacory knows where he is, though.
I don't think Colin knows where Jacory is.
I don't think Jacory has time to go all the way around. I don't think this plan's going to work out for him.
I think they're gonna meet each
30
other.
seconds left.
Actually, I really like this reposition from Colin. I think Colin gets this.
I think
Now he
Colin
just needs
needs
to
to
buy
run.
time.
10 seconds left.
Which is exactly what he's done. It does not look like Jacory is going to have the time.
Stellar slow roll from Colin.
Clutch.
1v2 clutch.
I honestly half expected Jacory to go for the ult orb there. Run at Colin with the ult.
Yeah, I guess Jacory kind of was unsure of whether he should have been playing to kill Colin or to try to plant, and he got mixed up in the decision making, and clock ran down.
Ooh, looks like Coffee's gonna be trying to ult into sight here.
Joke's over! You're dead!
We're also
really-
gonna see the ult pop up from Jacory.
Really awful Killjoy ult that, like, most of its area is dead map space, but like vast majority.
Ares also brings out the instant ult, but it's not gonna matter anymore because they've all rotated onto B site, which Colin is gonna be holding. He brings Salted down to, like, I think that was maybe 10 HP. I wasn't able to see exactly. Nemo! Nemo with the most awkward engagement ever with Salted. Salted walls himself off from the spike. Nemo now playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Last player standing.
All he has is a classic.
One enemy remaining.
Ares gonna get the pick on Salted.
It's just Ares versus Jacory.
Poison orb emitting.
Ares needs to move with haste, find Jacory and kill him, which he does not. Colin had the trigger discipline, but he didn't follow it up.
Vlog, how often have we seen Viper played in this tournament?
Once.
Like,
Besides
before
this.
She didn't
Right.
do well. It was actually the last game. It was, Vooper played her.
Vlog, you need to pause the match because I cannot.
Oh. Cheats are not on. I definitely enabled cheats, though. I most certainly enabled them. I'm actually... Yeah, I don't know what... I most certainly enabled cheats.
Jacory's only died once.
Phoenix doesn't die.
True. Flashes himself, but a clean rush on the B site. Once again,
A little further back.
forcing Knick Knack Paddy back into retake. Jacory versus Nemo? No, Salto gets a wall up, walling Nemo off in CT. Colin is just right there.
Jacory instantly swings out on Colin.
Jacory versus Nemo. The crosshair placement clean. Ares takes out Salted. Once again, a 1v2 retake from Ares.
Ares left with 4 health. And Coffee
Yeah, he
missed his
just-
hit.
I think it was mostly swarm grenade damage, right?
Did the swarms do much to him? I thought that Coffee and him had gotten into an engagement just a second before.
Oh, maybe.
Knick Knack
Nemo,
Paddy, like,
maybe.
really stubbornly sticking to their defense.
And Salted goes for a Vandal and light shields, even though Jacory's sitting on max money. I do not understand the economic strategy of some of the decisions these teams are making. Three-man push out of showers, it looks like, for the attackers. Only Ares is on site to defend it.
Here.
An entry wall in from Salted, and they're about to get the spike down, forcing Knick Knack Paddy again into a retake scenario.
That Molly actually did quite a little bit of damage to Jacory just then. All three of them have retreated into showers. Although, interestingly enough, none of them are watching their back.
Here.
Oh,
They do have the alarm bot.
Ares with the headshot on the sheriff! Looks like we're gonna be seeing Colin wall himself off.
Careful now.
Colin has his headphones turned off.
You're dead.
Nemo just gonna dip, save the gun. And that is once again another win in the bag for the Alchemists.
Sorry.
I think the, if I'm not mistaken, saving the Marshal is not economically advantageous.
It
Is
was
it?
Marshall Light Shields, so no, because I think you make 1900 minimum. And a Marshall Light Shields is 1500.
Okay, so...
And they
is
already
it-
had the losing bonus. So no, it was not economically friendly to save that. Ooh. Colin does a little bit of damage, hits Jacory once
Careful
with
now.
the judge.
Going up.
Jacory's gonna get healed up. Loses his shields. Which means that's an easy pick for Nemo if he can
Spike
hit
planted.
the Marshall shot. I think Jacory is about to loop around on both Ares and
One enemy remaining.
Ares. Nemo's gonna miss the Marshall shot.
Salted wants this kill.
Looks like Celta's gonna back up, throw his slow orb, and just play for the timer.
Headshot.
Salted gets greedy and Nemo pops his head off.
Looks like this time
it's
around
not-
Nemo's gonna be picking up the AR and then saving.
Slightly better save.
Last round before the switch.
Alright. Last round with these sides. Let's see how the kills are marching up. Looks like Jacory has definitely been the one to pull the tides of this game. You've always said that having a carry is defense or attack sided, so I want to see how Jacory's gonna fare on defense.
Not only is having a carry attack sided, but 3v3 is immensely attack sided. I guess maybe the stats don't line up with that, but I think of the matches that have been relatively, or my hypothesis rather, is that of the matches that have been relatively even skill wise, the attackers have been favored. There's definitely some matchups where a team was going to win no matter what, but
Spike planted.
Oh, Ares
Really?
got a lineup.
Placing swarm grenade. Bot coming back. Found them.
Once again, Knick Knack Paddy forced into retake, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it done. Now a 2v3 retake.
Imposter kill.
Except Colin gets a huge pick and a huge res as well. Switching it to a 3v2 retake.
One enemy remaining.
It's now just left to Coffee. Oh, it looks like Nemo is gonna get that pick. Nemo just left with barely enough
Toxin
health.
screen down.
Solid try from Coffee with the swarms, but
Don't get in my way.
Alright, heading into the swap,
Switching
looks like
sides.
it's gonna be 8-4 in favor of the Alchemists. They have also got 2 Sentinels. Vlog, do we have any stats on how Sentinels have like the different categories have fared?
I mean, I don't have any breakdowns as far as Sentinels doing well. Sentinels get picked more. Killjoy and Sage are like the 2 most picked agents,
Placing
but
swarm grenade.
I feel like we haven't seen that much Killjoy besides when I've played her and Coffee's
Killjoy
played
has
her.
like 10
PPE
plays.
is later.
She's
Really?
like one of the most played agents.
Yeah, her and Reyna, I think. Her, Reyna,
Yeah,
and Sage.
I mean Sage is most played because she's insanely played, but Killjoy is also highly played.
I do think that 4 rounds on defense is probably a pretty good position actually for Knick Knack Paddy. Now they get to be on attack.
Poison orb emitting.
You know.
Alright, looks like they've
Poison's
been
off.
taken sight. We're gonna get the plant down. Aries gets the pick on Jacory, but Salter gets
Spike
the trade.
down B. One enemy remaining.
Colin gets the
Last
pick on
player
Salter, and
standing.
Coffee gets the trade, and then
Ace.
Nemo also comes in. Wow, that was just one giant domino effect of one person getting a pick, getting traded, and then that person getting traded.
The team ace banner comes through, but that was not a team ace, so I don't know what Valorant is thinking.
Wasn't it?
Good work.
You have to all be alive for a team ace.
That's not true.
In a,
That's
No,
a
in a-
teammates is just 1 kill on each person.
I'm pretty sure in a 5v5 game, you have to all stay alive for it to be a team ace.
That
I'm
would
not
be a
positive, but
flawless.
Yeah, that's just flawless.
well, it's flawless. Team ace is priority above. It's like straight flush instead of flush.
Wow,
Toxin
Knick
screen
Knack
down.
Paddy has not put up with Coffee's turret at all. Or any of his util for that matter. Colin takes out one. He's just gonna wait out the other.
Maybe that was a bad take on my part.
Looks like all 3 of Colin and Nemo are
One enemy remaining.
It's now just up to Jacory to retake this.
Poison's off.
Jacory gets the first pick on Colin. And Aries is gonna get the refrag.
I think Coffee and Salted a little bit punished for light buying that round. The staggered buy, and now they're not all going to be able to full buy.
Coffee's gonna put up the same turret that has just been instantly murdered the last 2
Placing
rounds.
swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
I don't think Coffee knows you can pick up the swarm grenades
Placing
now.
alarm bot.
Is he just
I
like
just
screwing
watched
up where
him-
he's trying?
Yeah, I just watched him. Oh my god, Colin is gonna walk around the corner and come face to face with Salted, who is just gonna try and ult him off. Or wall him off, I mean. Salted now hiding in long.
Here. Poison's off.
Jacory's kind of on vacation, sneaking up on the flank.
Ares knew he was gonna be there. I think I saw him ping.
One enemy remaining.
Ares with 2K.
There you are, you little
And Nemo with the Marshall. Wow.
If you just look at the scoreboard of the kills and the scoreboard of the round wins, you can see Jacory and Nemo both have been saving quite a bit. They have fewer deaths than their teams respectively have lost rounds. Now Alchemist's still not going to be able to all full buy.
Alchemist kind of helpful though. 4 assists each. You love to see it.
True.
Alright, looks like this time around we're going to be seeing an A push. All 3 members of Knick Knack Paddy coming
Here.
in from A short. I think they know that Jacory plays this site. But they are going to instantly get the plant down. Jacory going to go into shower.
Spike planted.
Orb.
Careful now.
He finds Colin. I don't think this ult was helpful for him. The only thing it allowed him to do was peek into lamps. Nemo spots Coffee up in heaven. Ares is going to be playing for his molly. Post plant. Jacory's going to get the pick on Colin. Salted's going to wall kill off.
And Ares has the Viper lineups. He's going to stop the defuse.
Yeah, this one.
Last player standing. Last player standing.
Paddywhack definitely taking this back on attack.
Attack diff. And I know I keep going on about this, but the Alchemists are going to lose this game to their economy. That is why they're going to lose, because they are not. One or two of them are force buying every round. They're not being able to buy ARs all at the same time. Meanwhile, Knick Knack Paddy have been able to bonus up until this point, and now they have money for years.
I think the real reason that the Alchemists would lose this game is because Colin was going to take Vlog's advice a little
Blocking
too
sight.
close to heart. The don't
Spike
get
carrier
early
is killed.
lead.
I got
Spike
spike.
down A.
True. Is that a stat-related thing?
No, it's just that Colin's team lost to Jacory because they went up by too high of a lead.
Spike planted.
Jacory
One
and Nemo
enemy
or
remaining.
Ares find themselves right next to each other. Just left to Nemo, but Nemo's going to be taken. Oh, wait, no. Nemo gets the pick unsalted. But Jacory comes in with the 3K for that round.
Absolutely crucial round. Let's see if Coffee picks up an AR.
No, you don't deserve my invention.
He will.
He ran straight for Sultan's Bulldog first.
Now the Alchemists have a little bit of the economic cushion, and being up around, I could now see this going in the Alchemist's favor.
I don't know, I think that was just a really unlucky round for Knick Knack Paddy. They've been playing offense pretty well. It was just really unfortunate that Colin was the one to be taken out
Spike
first,
drop.
especially with the res.
I want to see Ares use his ult, like, once. Like, during the round.
He did. He used it on defense.
I thought he used it, like at the end of round 12.
No, it was
Blocking
he
sight.
used it during the round that Coffee also placed his ult down to ult them into A. And then Jacory ulted as well.
Yeah, and Nemo ulted. It was the ult round. Effectively.
Alright.
kill.
So it's the pick on Salted. Coffee gonna go for the retake ult. It's not gonna play off of it though. Corey gets the pick on Colin.
He doesn't know Ares is waiting for him right outside a teleporter.
Last player
Ares.
But he
standing.
gets the pick on Ares.
Enemy remaining.
It's now just Nemo versus Jacory. Jacory is gonna be healing up a little bit here. He's gonna have to go for the time or for the bomb. Timer is just ticking away.
And he gets it. The fake defuse. Nemo gets a little bit antsy.
Nemo dropped his ADS right as Jacory came into view. Really unlucky timing. Or maybe
Yeah,
it was
actually-
skillful timing on the part of Jacory.
Maybe a little bit of both. I've seen a lot of ADS from Nemo so far, just in general, but in this game as well. He makes it work.
I'm
That's why
very
he's so good.
intrigued to see if Salted is gonna stick with the classic by this round.
I mean, I think it's a reasonable decision given compared to
yes.
Vandal Light Shields when Jacory could have bought him. It's like a 3-man push into A. They got the Viper wall. The question is just, are they gonna deal with lamps?
They might not have to. Ares goes for the ult. They're gonna immediately
Spike
get the
planted.
spike down. I think Jacory's gonna play back a little bit, wait for his team.
Good patience from
Nemo.
Jacory.
Is gonna be staring right at him.
Well, I think if you're Jacory, you should have.
Nemo's timing this game.
Here.
I think Ares wins this round if he throws some mollies in the air.
Last player standing.
Placing sentry.
One enemy remaining.
Ares gets the pick unsalted with the 1 HP.
And the post plant, they bought enough time.
Clutch.
Ares had a wild ride that round, but he got it done. Viper util too strong.
Ignore that sound. Area set goes to
I didn't think cheats were on.
Log?
How does that work?
They aren't.
Area
At least
set
they
How
aren't
does
on my
Ares go
side
into
for some
Ghost?
reason. But cheats were set to on
Are you the party leader?
at the start of the
Player.
game. What?
Are you
Yes, I
party
am the party leader.
Wild.
Looks like we're seeing an A push on the part of Knick Knack Paddy, but what they don't realize is that Jacory is there. Good
Ares
trade though for Ares.
Other pick.
Spike planted.
Your duty is not over.
Salted to go for the revive. The coffee is just gonna get the defuse. That wall on Ares.
Pros don't fake, and Coffee brings it up to 11 points for Alchemists. It's a super close game.
What is the
Think.
closest score we've had so far?
10-13, I believe.
I could definitely see this breaking that record.
I could
Yeah,
as
that
well.
it was 10-13 with Alchemists and a Verbal. 4 of the players that played in that game are in this game. Wait, how
Very
can
curious
everybody
as to
else
how all of
love
the
match
players
timer?
have the cheat menu, but we don't.
I don't understand what's going on with this.
Yeah, no,
This is rather
Confused.
strange.
I'm just glad to know it wasn't that I didn't turn cheats on. So very much did.
You'd think that you'd be able to see them, though.
Yeah, I would think so too.
It looks like it's going to be an A site take with Jacory having to, or a B site take with Jacory having to rotate from A.
Spike planted.
2v2 retake for Jacory and
Last
Salted.
player standing.
Salted gets the pick on Colin. It's all up to Nemo to defend the bomb. Stop the defuse. But he's all the way in elbow, and Jacory's... Oh, could have stuck it, but... Yeah, Jacory's gonna... Oh, Jacory's still not gonna defuse. Surely now he does.
One enemy remaining.
Got him.
Yep. Jacory with the diamond hands. Not faking, except for the
Match point.
2 or 3 times he faked.
Alrighty, and we're back after a short break.
Like
Where
that.
Coffee played us some lo-fi sea shanties.
Alchemists have seen some success switching up the sites that they're playing and kind of mixing up the arrangement. And so we have Jacory on A, we got Coffee with all his Killjoy shit on B, and Salted kind of at A, but looking to easily be able to rotate. Looks like it's going to be a swift B push from Knick Knack Paddy. Coffee's going to play conservatively, waiting for his teammates to rotate. Bomb's gonna get down, and it is... bomb's not gonna get down. Ares gets mollied off of the plant.
There we go.
Gets the bomb down.
Poison's off.
I think this round will be decided if they can if they
my
can deal with
God.
Jacory.
Colin with
One
the
enemy
shorty
remaining.
kill. That's just rude.
Flawless.
The two.
Colin with the second shorty kill. I think-
Across all of the games, I think Colin has found the most success with the shorty.
I think he's found the only success with the shorty, if I'm not wrong.
Vlog, any chance we've got a gun
Yeah.
stick?
Vloggy tracking shorty kills.
Hi, Colin's the only one that's ever bought the shorty.
Yup. The Mad Lad.
His stats on it are, I think, well, with those 3 kills total in the 2 games that he's used it.
Also, for the record, it is now 10-12, which means that no matter what, the record
Last
is going to
player
be
standing.
tied. Jacory is going to get the 2K. Ares is going to get the
whole
pick
match.
before taking a little bit of
Toss the
damage from
screen down.
Salted.
Whole match rests on Ares' shoulders right now. 50 health in a dream, 1v2. The carry, Jacory, is out of the running. Can Ares get it done? Looks like the Alchemists are going to split up across the 2 sites.
Salted starting to backtrack back to A. As Ares is making his way over to B. Gonna be running back to B now. Salted with those restless feet.
Ares could either commit to B or he could teleport. He's going to be able to get the spike down and then pop his ult, I think probably is the line of play.
Or he
If
could
he can-
get the ult orb and
30
then pop
seconds
his
left.
ult.
True. Actually, that probably was his plan the whole time.
Don't get in my way.
If he can get isolated 1v1s. Oh, man.
Defenders
Coffee is
win.
gonna take the game with the swarm grenades. And just like that, the Alchemist is gonna take the game.